Welcome to session 18. In last session, we have discussed about the various factors affecting the duty of water and various methods to improve the duty of water. In session 18, let us discuss about irrigation efficiencies, crop season, soil moisture content, and some multiple choice questions. First one is irrigation efficiency. Irrigation efficiency is the ratio of water output to the water input, and it is expressed in percentage. When some quantity of water supplied from a river or stream, then 100% of the water which is supplied from a river or a stream is not delivered to the farmland due to the losses like seepage, percolation and evaporation. For these losses, the irrigation efficiency will be reduced. Let us discuss some various efficiencies. First one is water convenience efficiencies. It is the ratio of quantity of water delivered at the farmland to the quantity of water supplied from the river system. Water convenience efficiency means the actual quantity of water which is supplied from the river or stream to the quantity of water utilized or delivered at the farmland. It is also expressed in percentage. Second one is water application efficiency. It is the ratio of quantity of water which is stored in root zone of the crop to the quantity of water delivered to the field. When some quantity of water is delivered to the field, it is absorbed by the root zone of the crop. If the crop absorbs or the root of the crop absorb more quantity of water, then the water efficiency will be more. If the water which is supplied to the field is not absorbed by the root zone of the crop, then efficiency of the crop will be reduced. Then coming to the next one, water use efficiency. It is the ratio of the quantity of water beneficially used by the crop to the quantity of water delivered to the field. Hence, the water use efficiency will be increased when the quantity of water which is supplied to the field is beneficially used by the crop. Then fourth one is water consumptive use efficiency. It is the ratio of normal consumptive use of water to the net amount of water depleted from the root zone of soil. Then coming to the next content, crop seasons. There are 4 crop seasons. First one is rabi crop or winter crop. The second one is kharif crop or monsoon crop. Third one is perennial crops. Fourth one is 8-month crop. Then coming to the rabi crop or winter crop. These are the crops which are grown or sown in October to the March. Means these crops are sown from October and harvested in March. These various crops which are suitable in season October to March are gram, wheat, barley, peas, mustard, tobacco, linseed and potato. Rabi means the crops which are grown from October to March. Kharif, coming to the second one, Kharif crop or monsoon crop. These are the crops which are grown in rainy season. Means the crops which are sown at the beginning of southwest monsoon and harvested in October. Various crops which are grown from June to October are rice. Second one is maize, spiked millet, pulses, groundnut. The third one is perennial crops. These are the crops which require water throughout the year. Some example for perennial crops are sugarcane, fruits and vegetable. These crops like sugarcane, fruits, vegetable the base period will be throughout 1 year. Hence, the water required for the crop is complete 1 year. Then coming to the next one, 8 month crop, 8 month crops. These are the crops which requires water for 8 months. Example for 8 month crops is cotton. Then coming to the next unit, soil moisture content. Soil moisture content means when water is applied to the field from various sources like canal or irrigation canal or stream or river. When the water flows through the agricultural field, the soil absorbs the some quantity of water through its pores. This water content which is absorbed by the soil is called as soil moisture content. The soil absorbs moisture content till it reaches the saturation level. Once the saturation level of water content is reached, then the soil stop absorbing the water content. Further, the water will go downwards and reaches as a groundwater. Then let us discuss about the various forms of soil water. First one, A. Gravitational water, B. Capillary water, C. Hygroscopic water, D. Permanent wilting point. Gravitational water. Let us discuss about gravitational water. When the water is applied to the agriculture field, some quantity of water is absorbed by the pores of soil. Once the saturation level is reached, the water absorbing capacity of the soil will be stopped. Hence, the water will reach downwards due to the action of gravity. This water which will move downwards is called as gravitational water. Then coming to the second one, capillary water. The water which is absorbed by the soil is kept in the soil and it is utilized by the uh, roots of the crop when it is required. This content of water which is stored in the pores of soil is called as capillary water. Then coming to the next one, C. Hygroscopic water. The water which has gone down below the permanent wilting point is called as hygroscopic water. This water cannot be used by the crop roots. Then fourth one is permanent wilting point. Permanent wilting point is just above the hygroscopic water and below the gravitational water and capillary water. This permanent wilting point is the point where the root of the crop will not go below this point. Hence, the water which is at the permanent wilting point will not be absorbed by the roots of crop. Hence, the permanent hence when the crop root reaches the permanent wilting point, the water content will not be absorbed by the crop. Then coming to the next unit, content, field capacity. When water is supplied to the agricultural field, some quantity of water is absorbed by the soil through its pores. The maximum quantity of which the soil can absorb the water content is called as field capacity. Then the next one is root zone depth. It is the depth where the roots of the crop can be reached below the ground level. And then next one is rotation of crop. We had already discussed some points about rotation of crop to increase the yield and also to improve the uh, duty of water, we should go for rotation of crop. Rotation of crop means once the rice is grown, in the next season we should not go for the same crop. We should change the crop in the particular same field. Once the rice is grown, in the next season we have to grow gram. If we grow 3 seasons, for the first season we have to grow rice, in the second season we have to grow grams, in third season we have to grow paddy or wheat. It also, from this rotation of crops we can increase the yield of the crop, and also we can reduce the water content which is required for the crop by adopting the rotation of crops. Let us solve some multiple choice question. First one is, crop requires maximum water during A, before sowing of crop. Second, B, last watering before harvesting. C, when the crops has grown few centimeters. All the above. Before sowing of crop, we requires only less quantity of water, and once the yield is achieved, we don't want more quantity, maximum quantity of water. The maximum quantity of water will be required when the crop has grown only few centimeters. Hence the answer is C, when the crop has grown few centimeters. The crop requires maximum quantity of water during when the crop has grown few centimeters. The answer is C. Then coming to the second question, the total depth of water required by a crop during the entire period in the field is known as A, delta, B, duty, C, base period, C, crop period. The answer is delta. Yes, delta is the total depth of water required by a crop during the entire period. Duty is expressed in hectares per cubic. Base period is expressed in number of days the crop requires water. The crop period is the period in which it takes from sowing to the harvesting. The answer is A. Then coming to the third question, for irrigation purpose, the pH value of water should be between 3 and 6, A, B between 6 and 8.5, C between 8.5 and 11, D more than 11. If the pH value of water is between 3 and 6, it contains acidic. If the pH value of water between 8.5 and 11, the water contains alkalic contents. If more than 11, also it contains more alkalic contents. Then the pH value of water should be between 6 and 8.5. This is the right answer. Answer is B. For irrigation purpose, the pH value of water should be between 6 and 8.5. Coming to the next question. Question number 4. A useful soil moisture for the plant growth is A, capillary water, B, gravitational water, C, hygroscopic water, D, all of this. Capillary water is the water which is absorbed by the soil and kept within it, and this water content can be used by the roots of the plants whenever necessary. Gravitational water is the water which goes downwards. Hence, this gravitational waters cannot be used for the plant growth. Hygroscopic water is much below the gravitational water and capillary water. This hygroscopic water cannot be used for plant growth. Hence the answer is the capillary water, means the water which is absorbed by the soil can be used by the plant in future. Question number 5. The water content at which the plants can no longer extract sufficient water from the soil for its growth is called as A. Field capacity, B. Saturation capacity, C. Permanent wilting point, fourth one is available moisture. Field capacity means the maximum quantity of water which the soil can absorb is called as field capacity. B. Saturation capacity means it is the maximum quantity of water in which the soil can absorb. Available moisture content can also be used by the plant, but the permanent wilting point is the point where the plants can no longer extract the water from the soil. It is below the gravitational water and capillary level. Hence the water content which is at the permanent wilting point cannot be used by the plant for its growth. Hence the answer is permanent wilting point. The answer is C. Coming to the next question. The average delta of rice crop is nearly A. 30 centimeter, B. 60 centimeter, C. 120 centimeter, D. 150 centimeter. Delta means depth. A is 30 centimeter. 30 centimeter of water is very much less for growing a rice crop. Hence this is wrong. B 60 centimeter. 60 centimeter will also be the less cup to grow the rice crop. Rice crop nearly have base period of 4 months. It requires water twice in a month of 15 centimeter into the rice crop's base period is 4 months. In one month we should supply water twice of 15 centimeter depth. For 4 months we have to supply for 8 times. 15 into 8 is equal to 120 centimeter. Hence the answer is 120 centimeter. 150 centimeter will be little higher quantity of water. The exact quantity of water which is required, or exact depth of water which is required for a rice crop is 120 centimeter. Here are this some of, here there are key answers which you can see it later for all the questions from 1 to 6. Thank you.